Just going on about the sponsors, without sponsors, these tournaments don't exist. The money wouldn't be what it is. First off, Quest Bundoora, the Hotel Motel Group, which some of you people are staying at. They're very decent sponsors to this tournament. Scerri Bradshaw Photography, he goes around all day taking photos and different things for the tournament. Well done. All-Star Pool Tables, it's JR. And also thank you JR for doing the Calcutta tomorrow morning. Next one, Michael, these three sponsors I'm about to mention have been with this tournament for 14 years, sponsoring every year, so really this is a big thing. One of the main ones is Michael Scerri. He's washing machine and dryer repairs. If anyone needs any of that sort of thing done, just give Michael a ring, and you know him from Another one is Peter Appaloni, the builder. If you need an extension or anything done, he's been to the tournament since it started. And Rich Close, who does bathroom servicing and doing all about bathrooms, etc., renovation. I've got to thank CueballTV. He's been with the tournament for 5 years, I think now. And he does a great job. They take 2 trophies, we get all the public trophies for free, which is really good. I'd also like to thank all the people who come in the state, and obviously from overseas, for coming this morning. It's getting bigger and bigger in that moment, you know. And don't forget, there's still 8 players that didn't going to be played today. So please, things get quiet when you go around and they're playing. It's really serious stuff. It's going to be fast. I'd like to thank Tracy and Victoria Sweetman for helping or running the tournament budget. They do a great job and they put everything together. Thank you very much. Round of applause for all those people. Beautiful, lovely, thank you very much. Today we're figuring out the table we played. We can't play around bottom, we all know that. One to take, pass it on. If we'll not, we might be able to go to another table. We don't have any other statue on that. You will be disqualified. I'm very big on that. The place here is sponsor, we do it at stage 4. First name on the sheets will break. Top 5 on each table will go through tomorrow. If you need to know anything else, come on at the end. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye. In case you're unaware, your table sheets are under your table. Thank you. Number 3 on each table will be the captain. Thank you. Franklin Collier to table 8, please. Franklin Collier to table 8.
Can you all finish your practice games and start your first round, please? Can I have to table for Brent Hampton, Jabula, Sahil, Grant Weekly? Matthew Stringer, table 5. Cooper, table 13. David Cooper, table 13. Arthur Michaela, table 6. Arthur Michaela, table 6. Jabu, can you go to table 4? Jabu to table 4.
It's got to be out of the way. I didn't realise how bad it was.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see on the screen, Jake is getting a little bit of a touch-up from Rusty Wheel. I've just come in now. The Anzac qualifying is on, and so I'll be back and forth during the day to play my frames. From reports I got before I sat down, is Jake has missed a number of opportunities and is not himself at the moment. Special commentary about to come in. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Yeah, good day, ladies and gents.
And look at this shot from Jake. From Rusty, sorry. Oh, he's actually a bit unlucky not to pot that, and although he would have snooked himself, the side rail escape wasn't too bad, and he may have been able to hold the white with the yellow on the rail.
Yeah. Jake's in a bit of trouble here. Don't even know how he can tie Rusty up. The way Rusty's been playing, he's been absolutely knocking everything in.
Yeah, there's not a lot of safety paths here. I don't know if Jake's going to go for the smother. Pretty tough shot to smother at full distance. He might not have much choice, and that's why he's played it. I'll tell you what, he's actually tried to get the white ball behind the yellow that he's closest to now. And Rusty will say, I will pot out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And the face on Rusty says that was not a good shot.
Yeah, he hasn't made it easy for himself.
Can he bend the white a touch, though? Oh, Eagle's on it easy.
Yeah.
And that's a good positional shot there from Rusty as well.
Yeah, Rusty's been clearing out from half chances all match this match.
And this match here, I was really, really shocked to see the book this morning at James Delahunty, $2.10. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about the book on here. $1.66 or something, I think Mick Scerri was. But Scerri is about to peg one back. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mick's he's landed on it perfect, but I don't think you want to be quite that close to the little flick off across to the black.
Yeah, the Mick Della game, they've been fairly tactical frames, right, as opposed to Rusty just absolutely smashing everything in.
I think if the frame's got tactical, I think Scerri would probably prefer that. It'll just get to... He would prefer to slow Jimmy's rhythm down. Jimmy's a massive rhythm player, and when he gets flowing, he makes clearance after clearance. It does make the game look pretty simple after a while. So speaking of tactical frames, and I think this is where Jake's edge will be as well, if he wants to get back in this match. Accidental pot of the ball over the hole there from Rusty, and he needs to reassess now.
Do you think he can maybe run this across the other corner?
Not sure if the red's in the way, but he'll overcut it if he has to anyway, just to get it over there. And that's what he's done. He's overcut it. Good weight. And I'm not sure who broke this frame, but if I was to pick, I would say it was Jake, and I'd say that he wouldn't have been upset about a cluster being left. I don't know if he's tried to break and leave a bit of a pack or not. Not like Jake to do that, but when you're sort of 8-2 down and you're just trying to change it up a little bit, sometimes it's not a bad thing to do. But he just looks like he just doesn't want to be here. He just sort of got down, casually played the shot, didn't really care what happened. Unlike Jake, he might be a bit deflated.
Yeah, watching some of his games throughout this tournament, he hasn't been playing like the Jake McCartney that we all know. A lot of his matches have been fairly tight and so on. He hasn't been making the outs that you'd normally expect him to make.
Yeah, and he's, I don't know. But he himself said that he hasn't put the preparation. In fact, he actually said to me that he's sort of preparing as he goes for this comp because he had a Shannon Noel concert at his venue Thursday night, so he got very little sleep Friday. And last night, I think he got a little bit more sleep, but he just said he hadn't done anything right than what he normally does prepare for big tournaments. Like last year, for example, when he won it, he said he put in a lot of preparation, did all the right things, and today he goes, I'm just making it up as I go. I'm just trying to change things how I feel I need them to happen.
I think Russ might have rolled through a bit too far there.
I think he's all right. I think he's got a really good angle to drop this in the corner, and then if he can get a good nudge on the black, he'll be on the other yellow to the left corner. Doesn't want to slide past the black. Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's actually really, I think he's a bit of a one-of-a-kind, Rusty. If you actually watch his cueing action there, the action actually looks really horrible. Like it just looks, I guess it looks like a 9-ball player's action. It's very loopy and sort of seesawy. But when he actually gets the cue through the ball, it's the same as Jay. It's really spot on. He cues the ball as good as anyone in the country as far as the delivery is concerned. But if we ever get a chance to sort of see him when he's sort of, his arm and everything straight on the table, his arm sticks out a mile, which from a technical standpoint shouldn't happen. I mean, a lot of top players do that. Now this is a big chance for Jake to turn this match around.
He's got coverage on the black as well.
Yeah, that was lazy. He just got down and bang, I'll make 2 up, I'll just bang this in, and he's missed it. Now Jake needs to capitalise on this. Just needs to let Rusty know he's not going away. You can peg this to 8-3. I don't know whose break it is next, but if he can get a couple in a row, Rusty might start to question his methods and maybe take a bit more care. I'll tell you, he might have left him a shot at this, I don't know if he can hit this black or not, but just the camera angle can be deceiving, but it looks like he can get through to it. Well, he's coming off back rail, so we can't.
Yeah.
He's actually tried to pot that in the middle too, believe it or not.
That's a good result because he's dropped another one of Jake's balls on that right-hand rail as well.
Yeah, black right in the middle of the table. Basically, no trees to hide behind much now. And I'll tell you what, when you're flying and you play that shot, it always lands like that. But if you're struggling for form and you play that shot, you kill the black on the side rail, you open up one of their balls by mistake, and it's just a nightmare when that happens. See, Jake's got a good cannon there, but he's just put it into a really awkward position. A really, really awkward position.
Yeah, he's certainly not making it easy for himself. It was a bit of unfortunate. He got a really good amount of work onto that ball for the dismount, but it just didn't work out.
He's got this shot too where he's got to sort of play with a fair bit of right inside. He wants to try and come for side rail and come underneath the middle of the 3 reds. Well, as I say that, he says no.
He might take this and run up for his red up into that centre pocket, try and come down, play a bit of a dismount and maybe use it as a link ball.
Now, I don't know how many people watched the full coverage yesterday, but the match between Sarwin Naker and Michael Scerri when they were 10, I think they were 10 or 8 or something. I think it was the final frame, or it was basically decided for Sarwin. And he was put in a really awkward position with the black right over the pocket. And we literally spent 1 hour last night, about 5 of us, just coming up with shots that he could have played other than the one that he did choose. And we found the shot. And I'd like to take credit that I found it too. But none of them were easy. But yeah, we actually had a bit of fun doing it. We learned a little bit. We tried a few things. None of them were easy, and we had to bear in mind that it was, we weren't under the 10-all pressure.
Jake played a beautiful pot up into the right-hand top corner. And as we said, he was using it to try and play a bit of a dismount, but again, it's just fallen a bit foul for him.
Oh, look at this shot. Oh, he's just he was actually trying to cannon the red offside rail and get the snooker, and he's just missed it. But he still doesn't look like he's taken an enormous amount of care with shots that require absolute accuracy like that.
Yeah, Jimmy Della's just gone game in his match against Mick for a 5-3 lead.
I mean, Rusty bangs that in, and I can tell you right now, folks, if you're a Jake McCartney fan, turn the TV off. This match is over. Not that I'm asking you to tune out of CueballTV, but you know what I'm saying. This match, I think Jake can't recover. His body language is bad. Nothing's working out for him. He doesn't look himself out there today. And it just shows that, you know, no matter how good you are, because a lot of people say that he's probably the best player in the country, you can have a bad day. You know, when someone like Rusty mounts that pressure on you too and just goes full on at you, that's what happens.
Rusty's one of those freak players. When he's on, he's almost untouchable. But if he's having an off day, he's a beatable player.
Yeah, I think if you were to put every player at their very best, I don't think I could pick a best player. But Rusty would certainly be one of the most fun to watch.
Yeah. Rusty, Ben for his speed, it's always funny to watch him running around the table.
Yeah, once Benny gets going, he does what I call a Superman dive, and he just sort of launches into his shot, and he literally does not feather or anything. If you go back and watch the Western National final, he was just off his head in that final. Like he's just potting everything in no time at all, just going berserk.
Yeah, the final frame, one maybe two feathers, and bang.
Yeah, and that's what happens when he gets into a rhythm, and it's sick, and it's faster than Rusty too. Good shot there from Mick. He's really got close to his work. I think he can just play a little soft screw on this red to the left corner and just hold the white. He can either play for the cannon of the red to get a centre table because he's got that linking ball in the middle, or just probably land behind it. But his real problem here is the black ball.
Yeah. Well, yellow's got a couple of mini clusters. The cluster on the left-hand rail can be a little bit difficult.
I think once, obviously if Mick clears this red top right, then the two yellows will be available in that corner. But yeah, these other ones, one of them goes in the middle pretty easy, but the other one is a bit dodgy down the rail.
He's giving himself a bit of a Chinese here.
Yeah, Steve Tran's come to visit. And I'll tell you, I don't know why Steve Tran doesn't enter big guns. He's a bit of a freak show. I think he needs to start playing in those big comps. I don't even know if he's here today. Although he does...
Yeah, he's here.
He does work a bit.
Yeah, he's here. I've seen him floating around.
And that is missed. I was actually really interested to see how Mick was going to play this black if he had have pot that red. I'm not going to find out now.
That angle, he probably would have tried to force it up off the top rail with a touch of left-hand side and drift across the table, but...
Yeah, he'd be backing himself for a big pot down the rail. But now, see, he's left the dismount option here. I think Jimmy will cut this in the middle. He's going to play snooker, actually. That's not a bad shot.
I think he might have actually left that on. I think he can get through to the red in the corner.
I'm not sure. If he can, I don't know if Jimmy will be that unhappy about it, providing Mick doesn't actually go game here. Oh, that's not a good shot.
No.
That's a poor shot. And this will give Jimmy a big chance to potentially recover the frame. Unless this is cuttable without going in off. It probably is. She's checking in off now.
I think he can avoid the in off if he hits it sweet.
Well, he's actually decided now, okay, I'm going to make the commitment here, but now he's working out where he wants the white ball for the black. I don't know if it doubles, but I reckon it will triple. Oh, he's gone for the cut. That's a big shot. I didn't even realise that was on. And look at this result. That is actually a massive result.
That is a great result.
I'll tell you right now, if I had asked him where the white ball was going to go that shot, he would not have said there. That is not small.
That's a great shot by Mick.
Oh, he's pulled the balls. He's pulled the balls out of the pocket too. Actually, no, it's actually fun. That's loss of frame, but obviously not going to call it. So Jimmy needs to make a good out here. That actually shows how tight these tables are, because that never looked like missing.
No, that looked in all the way.
He hit the weight was perfect. There was nothing wrong with how he played that shot at all. Oh my God. Dan Lynch has just shown me that we can now draw lines on the table. He's going to have to get me my own mouse. I'm going to be drawing lines all over the place. It's going to be like Mr. Squiggle soon.
Oh, it's a great out by Jake. Jake's pegged it back to 9-3. He's still pushing the proverbial uphill, but...
Well, I mean, if he wins that last frame, then he probably should have won. 9-4. Geez, I'm really surprised the way Jimmy's gone about this. I thought he would have actually got this cannon on this, like got on the ball in the middle and just moved the yellow off the rail a little bit earlier than this. He's actually full committing. Maybe he's actually going to just try and land on it. Surely he's not going to go for the cannon now. This is actually trusting to too much luck. Okay, well, a lot of side there as well. Wondering actually if he played for the double on the yellow. But he does look like he's got a good angle. Any full contact on this yellow? Any full contact or just slightly less than full contact will be fine.
I think if he comes off the side rail, he'll end up clipping it fairly thin.
Well, I think he will use a touch of right-hand side to try and... Yeah, that's a great shot. He had a touch of right-hand side on that to just hit it full. And he didn't... A lot of people will hit that really hard, or not smash it, but quite hard, and you lose the control. Whereas he's hit it just enough to bump it out, make sure that there's a pot available. And that's actually crushing for Mick to go 6-3 instead of 5-4. And Dan, is this actually race to 11 or race to 8? So, okay, so they've switched the loser side even to... Or sorry, the left-hand side of the draw. To race to 11s now. So we'll be race to 11s all day from now on these matches. Rusty on reds, he's amongst them again. Oh, he's just... any contact at all there, and he's probably fine.
That is a stiff result.
He's even landed on nothing. That is actually quite harsh. May have the red below the black off the yellow in the corner. He's playing the plant instead. I don't even know if he saw the shot. He's played that well. Where's this red going? Top left?
You might try and actually land on it to go into the bottom left.
Oh, is this... Yeah, okay, this is on. Yeah, good call.
He's going to have to be very precise.
Oh, he's just actually dragged through a touch there. I think he wanted to stun that a little, not play the stun run through.
Still a makeable shot, but he's going to lose the white ball a little bit.
He will make contact with the black. He may be able to hold them both. Oh, he didn't make contact. So it's thinner than I thought, and he's... Well, big shot coming up here. But when you're 9-3 up, you can free yourself up and just cue through this. And he has missed. But it's right over the kick, and I'll tell you what, Jake's actually faced a few of these frames today already that I've seen. But you'd be happy with this and not having a shot.
Jake can get his problem yellow, which is on the bottom rail, pretty much out off this shot here. Drift over.
There's actually a lot of problem balls here. I think the plant with these two yellows is very makeable.
Yeah, I think that's what he'll be looking at off this yellow here.
Oh, they're up the end. It's hard to tell. I think he's going to try and land on it now. I think this yellow on the side rail, no, he's playing for the kick out maybe. I think this yellow on the right side, or left side of the table, maybe his last yellow. He's just going to try and land behind it and just drop it in. So a similar shot to what James Della just played before on the other table. Flick this in, get a full ball contact, push it towards left corner, so you've just got a shot on it. This one looks much thinner though.
Yeah.
In fact, it looks much, much thinner. I think the camera makes it look a lot easier than it is.
Yeah, those balls are, like the camera angle doesn't really show it, but those balls are a good 5 or so inches apart. So
yeah, it's further down than it looks too. It's probably a foot, nearly a foot down. See, and that's why he's denied the shot. It's too difficult. How's his angle? That's not amazing, Jake. He may play the double here, but I feel he's got to pop this ball in the rail while he's on it. This is the best position he's going to get on it for the whole frame now, after he's eliminated the linking ball.
Yeah, he'll pot this ball and probably set himself up for the double.
Oh. So he's got a slightly better angle now where he's not so square on the yellow, but it's still a tricky shot.
I think you're right. I think he'll set up for that exact same shot that Jimmy Della played in that last frame.
Great shot.
Great shot.
Not often you get to see the same shot played on two different matches in the same sort of space of time.
And both those shots were executed perfectly. It just shows the calibre of player that they are.
Yeah, they made it look like it's just not a hard shot, but it's got to be hit well. And I've just seen James Della miss. And that was for another frame too. That was to go 7-3.
There's really only one difficult sort of red in this frame for McCartney here. I'd actually back him to go game here.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. He's just got this ball down the rail he's got to deal with.
But he doesn't really need to do a hell of a lot with the white ball. I thought he would have actually taken it after that red.
See how he's playing the out? Oh, no, he's not. He's playing the. I thought he was going to play the outside red and run through for the, because he could have used the one he just put as a linking ball if he got the dismount on the red from the red that's at the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
So he may just try and land behind the red now. If he goes for the kick out off this angle, he's trusting to a touch of luck.
Is he looking to stun up behind it?
I think he'll just try and land behind it, yeah. Yeah, it's a good shot. He's played it really well. He does have to come back off this a little bit, and we've seen his jaw a little. Oh, he didn't come. Oh, another jaw. I think Mick's head's getting done in a little bit from that last black. I think it was on his mind a bit, and that's why he actually didn't cue through the ball and try and draw it back a touch, because he thought, I'll just drop this in, I'll take the more difficult black on. Yeah. And then he's just missed the pot. Again.
Yeah, straight from the contact. That red was never just nudging its way towards the pocket at all. Just held its line straight down the rail.
Yeah, this looks like an easy position shot, but does have to be executed well, and Jimmy is up to the task. Really does, better than anyone in the country actually, play the top spin shot with a lot of velocity, better than anyone. He really does get through it nice.
I think Jimmy's actually started hitting the ball a lot better and playing a lot neater since he stopped cueing out of his ear like Butters does.
Yeah, it's actually funny. He told me, I didn't even know he stopped doing it. And then, so I was hanging on him about it, and he goes, I don't do that no more. I said, get out of here, you do so. And then, yeah, he showed me, and I couldn't believe it.
Although you'll probably see when he's breaking, he still breaks with the cue, same as what he used to. But as he's playing his shots around the table, he actually has his chin over the cue now.
Oh, clever shot from Rusty to create angle to get on the red. Needs another good shot here. I think he needs to jack up a touch here and stun off back rail.
Yeah, makes the shot a lot more difficult than what he actually wanted it though.
Really does see the difficult shots, Rusty, all the time and plays them well. And it's actually funny, we were talking about that last night, and jokingly Rusty said, but in the same token, he would have been serious. He goes, they're just normal shots for me. And he's missed another ball. I'll tell you what, the amount of chances since I've been sitting here that Jake has had is insane. And I've heard he's had chances throughout this whole match, so realistically, this scoreline could be the opposite if Jake was taking his chances. But it's not. And he needs to take this to go 9-5.
I tell you, if Jake can make this out here, right, peg it back to 9-5, his confidence is going to build up, and I think you'll start seeing a much better Jake McCartney sort of play, right, what we're used to seeing from him.
He's landed a touch dodgy there. I'm not sure if he can take the yellow inside the red. Just looking at it now, it's the problem with taking the yellow inside the red is you kind of not you don't have a lot of control over the white because it's a bit too much angle. If you stun it, you're probably going to cannon into the black. A small risk of potting in the middle. I mean, it'd suck if you caught the correct angle to do that, but it's a possibility. So this is once again Jake's denying it because it's actually a difficult shot. So he's just making sure he gets some cover on that black. And key shot for that is getting the coverage on the black to the centre pocket because Jake knows that Rusty's capable of getting out of this and potting the red over the middle. Now he has no black, even if he does. The black just doesn't go anywhere where you'd be able to land on it from potting the ball in the middle off the cushion.
Yeah, the only pocket that it will run into is that top left-hand corner, but trying to pot the red and get onto it is near on impossible.
I'll tell you what, I'd be interested to see if Rusty will play as the markers double on the white. So he can't, I love the pen here, Dan. So he comes off right-hand side cushion, bottom cushion, left cushion to pot the ball over the middle, and the white ball runs down the side rail. It's gone in off.
Oh.
So the shot I was talking about, I don't know if this will work or not, but we're going to have a crack at it. So this is going to be really hard because it's a small screen, folks. But so the white ball's here, so he's going to go like this. I'm not very good at straight line draw it. Off his back, off the side, across there, and then you want the white ball to come down here. And then you have a shot at the black. Now, I'm not a very good line drawer, as you can see, folks. That was my first attempt. I'm trying to get better at it. And I bet you there's like 50 people just laughing their head off right now at home. We actually need a laser pen I can draw with my hand. That mouse is real hard.
Mate, if Rusty could have controlled the cue ball like that, he should be playing artistic pool, not 8-ball.
Yeah, well, sometimes you've got to play a lot of multiple swerve shots off multiple rails in just one visit. And I just executed that perfectly then. But
yeah,
we have line drawing technology and I'm buzzing about that.
Yeah, organised with the artistic pool. Right, you've got it right there from Jamie Stevens. That's the next shot you want to add into your repertoire.
And the only problem we've got, I got really excited when Dan first told me, he goes, oh, but you've got to draw it on this screen. And the screen is literally 5 centimetres by 5 centimetres wide. So I did struggle. Good clearance again from Jake. I mean, he had 2 shots, but he played the good shot before that to get the reward.
Yeah, it's a good result from Jake.
Back to Della and Mick. Della 7-3 from that last shot. And is he amongst it again, or is Scerri chopped up yellows? What's happened here? Yep, Scerri's chopped up on yellows again by the looks of it, and Della's got another big chance.
Yeah, the way Della's been playing, you'd definitely expect him to go game.
Did not want that second red to drop, just for comfort factor.
Yeah, but off this red, he could almost drop in between the 2 reds on the bottom rail.
And I'm pretty sure this comfortably goes underneath the other red where it won't sort of double kiss and jam. He might still give it a little bit just to make sure it forces through. And he has. He's played it perfect.
Beautiful.
And Jimmy looks really good at the moment. It looks like he's flowing, not a care in the world. No queuing out of his ear anymore. He's just flying. And I am, even though he's from SA, I am actually a very big James Delahunty fan. Love the way he plays. Love his creativity. Love his accuracy, his fluency. There's not really anything I don't like about his game.
I remember playing Jimmy Della at the Australian 9 balls about 3-4 years ago. And yeah, I got to 2-0 up on him early on, race to 9. Yeah, then he woke up and ended up losing 9-2. So
9 balls a game that can happen like that too.
Oh, yeah, he freaked it. Did not give me a shot for the entirety of the match. He played it very, very well.
It's 8-3. And, well, Scerri is actually very well known for comebacks from large deficits. So it'd be interesting if he can pull the rabbit out of the hat this time as well.
Yeah, the way James is playing, I don't think he'll really give him the option to get back in. He'll start containing him and so on if Mick starts getting a bit of a roll going.
Yeah, that's right. And you can just see in the background there, as Dan panned out, Anzac qualifying happening in full force today. tons of people in here. In fact, getting a park was a nightmare. I had to park in 3K away in China.
Yeah, same here.
So Jimmy, ball off the break again. Another big opportunity. We'll probably take reds, I would think.
Yeah, reds look to be the ball.
If that red wasn't at the bottom corner there, I'd probably take yellows. But I think it just creates just a little bit too much annoyance. Whereas reds, you don't have to do too much except navigate the white. There's nothing in the way of a pocket or anything like that.
Yeah, he's got a couple of starters here that he could work on.
And just like to give a shout out to Zach Shepherd, who's actually watching from the UK. So it's great to see international viewing, CueballTV, and he's probably barracking for Mick Hill. And Zach, if you are barracking for Mick Hill, we no longer like you. We want Mick Hill to lose in Australia just once. We don't care when it is. Well, I don't care when it is. I'm out of the comp now. I just want to see him lose once, so that way people realise he's not unbeatable.
He had a couple of great matches yesterday with Steve Woods.
I think that woke Mick up. I think he realised he can be beaten. Oh, I've actually got to play, guys, so I'll come back in about... Oh, well, if it was like the shot at frame I just played against Ron Kelly, I'll be back in about an hour and a half. So hopefully I'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes.
No, it's all right. We're back with you soon, guys.
Jeff Peters to table 8. Jeff Peters to table 8.
All right, folks, I'm back to a 10-6. Jake has reeled in a touch, but Rusty's managed to get himself on the hill, so never a comfortable feeling when you're the one that's not on the hill and you've got to do the chasing down. I suspect, though, if Jake could have started this match again from now, he looks like he's feeling a bit better. Looks a little more focused than what he did before as well. Pretty sure these all go. Pretty sure this yellow passes the red to the bottom right corner. I could be wrong, but hard to tell from the camera angle. But if it does, then I expect Jake to make this clearance. But if it doesn't, then he's just going to have to play a nice little delicate shot to just drop onto the right side rail and land behind the yellow. May play it now if it's not on. Well, that tells me it wasn't on because he's actually played down to move the... I'm not sure exactly what he's played for there. Mainly, the reason I say that is he's not really landed in an amazing position. So I'm not sure if he tried to just flick the yellow or maybe cannon the red on the right side, left side a little bit more so he's a bit straighter on this yellow in the middle. Because he did have a big pocket there with the yellow. That shot's still available, but going to be careering into the black and not 100% sure of what the outcome will be, I'm sure. So, but I don't think he's got a lot of choice. I think he has to play. He could play the yellow long, bottom, top right, and you know, obviously it sits over the hole if he misses it and covers a red. But sometimes when you think like that, it can actually undo you because a good player will get the extraction and finish a frame, and in this case, the match. Well, it's gone to the middle. And that is going to be the end of the match, I'd say, ladies and gentlemen. Unless I put the muzzle on Rusty, I don't see him chopping this up.
a minute. They're just trying to find some job.
Pretty sure Rusty will make sure that he's not lazy on these like he was a couple of frames ago, where he kept Jake alive. And Mick Della has just gone 10-4. Sorry, James Della. Wow, I said Mick Della. What an error. And perfect execution, Rusty. The way he's played that, he's going to play the ball in the top corner first. In that goes. And this is a game, set, and match, ladies and gents. Jake McCartney will exit Big Guns. The defending champion will no longer take part. And there will be a new champion crowned this year.
Well done to Rusty Wheeler. Great performance.
And I'll tell you what, for a bloke that's got no legs, Rusty can play the game because Jabba the Hutt struggles, I reckon. So Scerri just trying to keep himself alive here. He's got oodles of work to do to be able to win this match.
For the people that took the $2 plus on James at the start of this match, they're going to be licking their lips.
Yes, they would be.
Well, just remembering Mick's got that tattoo on his arm, He believes he can win every match he plays, so...
He does. One thing I will rate highly about Mick is his grit and determination and his self-belief to be able to do anything he wants in the game.
He's fallen a bit bad. He was just wrong side of the yellow.
Don't know if he's... I think he'll cannon the red. Well, he couldn't. Oh, that's a disaster. Might be able to cut this top left, sorry. No, going cross table. I'll tell you what, he's rushed this. He needs to get up and just assess this properly. See, he's fouled. He just rushed into that. He got down, didn't really line up properly, and that's the consequence. Should have got up there and taken far more care, and now he's not getting back to the table. No. He will lose this match.
2 shots here from James Della. If he doesn't go game, he'll time Mick up, get another 2 shots, and then run game.
Won't even be fussed at all that he didn't. That was purely a in or over shot to now finish with 1 if he didn't pot it. May drop a snooker in, but I just don't see it happening. Jimmy's feeling awesome. He's just going to go game.
Especially when you're 10-4 up, confidence is flying. You know, he's going to back himself to run this out.
And it's not a difficult out. That red that's on the bottom there is off the rail heaps. He can stone out, no worries. And look how comfortable he looks. Up and down and just cue and beautiful.
There's nothing really hard left on this.
Now, the trickiest balls are at the highest of the 4. And that's why he's decided, I'll just deal with this right now. Not afraid either to go a little longer. Backs his action. Good shot. One. This is basically money ball right here. One good stun shot on the other red. In it goes. Slightly hampered, not going to bother him. Has got large hands, Jimmy Della. Oh, that's missed.
Ooh.
Oh.
That was as close to staying out as
I actually thought he hit that really badly and that missed. But when you're coming into the jaws at that angle on these tables, they're not too bad. It's just when you're coming down the rails in the jaws, they're a little trickier. So Jimmy Della will win this bar a kick. And 2 11-4 matches, I believe. Or Jake at 11-5. No, it was 11-6 for Jake.
Yeah. Great effort by James. He's played that absolutely beautifully.
Now,
really great effort.
So we'll be back at 1 o'clock, ladies and gents, for the next matches. I don't know who they'll be. Justin Sage. Ben Noonan. They will join stage with Rusty and Della. I'm not sure who plays who. Actually, yes, I think Ben plays Rusty.
Ben plays Rusty, and it'll be Sage and Della.
I really wish that it was Della and Rusty playing each other, purely because I think that would be a really great match to watch at the moment.
Yeah,
but they have an
battle
opportunity to draw each other next
Yeah,
round.
the battle of the rangers going on.
My pick to sort of battle their way through all that is Justin Sage. We're back later, guys.
Bye bye.